sustainability agenda is just another big transformational change that's impacting consumers, it's impacting economies, governments, and obviously companies.
I think having both sustainability and profitability in the same camp is certainly achievable in many instances. And what's good for the business is often good for the environment. So we mustn't forget that.
I think the message I would give is that if you're trying to drive this change in a specialist function called sustainability, you're probably going to fail. It's something that business leaders, CEOs, CFOs need to make sure that the sustainability change is embedded in every function in the business. It's part of your strategy, it's part of your business plans. That's the only way you're going to move fast enough.
I don't believe that there's a trade-off between being a financially successful business and being a company that does well on sustainability. I think these two things are very much aligned. I don't think you can be sustainable in the long term financially if you aren't considering how you are having an impact on the environment, because our stakeholders are asking us about that.
I think behind this question is there a trade-off between the cost of the transition to a net zero environment that is just not economic? And I think there is a cost to the transition, but at least in my experience, generally there's an awful lot of the changes you make that are actually both good for sustainability and good for the economics.
I don't think that you can be sustainable financially in the long term if you're not thinking about your supply chains and ensuring that you're holding them to the same standards that you hold your own business to.
However, there will be situations where a trade-off has to happen, where cost has to be incurred to achieve the environmental agenda. So it's really important that we're very clear about the long-term objectives we set the business and the KPIs that we're out to achieve. And if that is part of the strategy, then we have to put the environment ahead of cost and profitability. On the other hand, when there's more marginal decisions, that should be left to the business to decide what to do.
There doesn't have to be one versus the other. That in fact, if you are good at both, then you will be rewarded by the market.